All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It is another Monday morning here at Health Plan Markets. Thank you guys for being on the call. And we are wrapping up OEP. We have about 1 week left of OEP. Before I dive into that, just a reminder, we are here to serve those that serve others. That is you. So you can go out and do your best work for your clients. If we are doing our job, hoorah, right? And so if you recognize an HPM team member that's doing well, please go ahead and send a note over to support@askhpm.com. If they've done you right, we want to catch our team members doing the right things for you. So much of this world is negative. And so if a team member has done you right recently, we would love to hear about it. So thank you very much for taking the time to do that. A few of you have done that in the last week or so. So definitely appreciate that. These guys work really, really hard to ensure that you are really, really supported. So if they're doing a great job, let them know. And of course, if we're missing the mark for you, please also send that note. Hey, I was expecting this and got this, or service wasn't where it needs to be. I still need to know about that. So same thing, support@askhpm.com. We would love to hear your feedback on that. So yeah, would love to hear some feedback on that. This morning, if you don't mind, this will be a little interactive here. Go ahead and put in the chat. What are you excited about this week? Like professionally or personally? You know, maybe you're going on vacation. Maybe you're working with a new partner this week. Maybe you got something cool happening. Whatever it is, put it in the chat. Let's hear about it. Let's talk about it. Would love to see some feedback because you know, these calls are designed not only to improve your personal life or your professional life, but definitely your personal life. Because if you get the work right, you should be able to get your life right, right? And I'm always reminded about a quote from my favorite copywriter, Dan Kennedy, who said, if you do the things that you need to do when you need to do them, you can do the things you want to do when you want to do them. I think actually that might be Zig Ziglar. One of those awesome guys. So just think about that. You know, you get your work life right, and you're getting that right, then everything should fall into place. You know, we sometimes fall into a rabbit hole though of focusing too much on work. But remember, we work so we can live. Are you working so you can live? Or are you living so you can work? There's a big difference there, right? One of the first things that I do in the beginning of the year is I plan out my days off first. I plan out the things that I want to do personally this year. One of those things is I need to do 4 dives this year, 4 scuba dives. So haven't done my first one yet, but those are on my, like I see it right in front of me right now. I've already planned out my vacations for this year. I already know what trips I'm going on. And you guys have 4 opportunities to do that every quarter. So as we're winding down Q1, what is it that you want to accomplish in Q2? You know, reflect back at Q1, what worked, what didn't work, what lessons did you learn, and how are you going to fix it going into Q2, right? Or what are you going to keep doing that's working in Q2, you know, that you want to bring over from Q1, okay? This is a perfect opportunity for you to do that. You got 4 chances to do that this year, okay? If you started the year off strong, let us know. Put it in the chat. You know, are you killing it? Are you crushing it? You know, let's hear some words of encouragement for everybody. But if you got off to a bad start, you still got 3 more quarters, guys. The show's not over. You know, what are you going to do to put that train back on the track? Okay, we're bringing in special guests that can help you put that train back on the track. And we're going to talk about that today too. But yeah, just wanted to start that off this morning, a little bit more of encouragement. So let's go through the chat here. Morning, 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 da-da-da. Mary is absolutely psyched. I love that. Yes, let's go. Thank you, Nancy Zig Ziglar. I knew it was one of those guys. Cindy says, I have a broken washing machine. I'm excited that the repair is happening today. Adulting. Well, you could be down by the river, you know, washing your clothes. you know, like that's back in the day. So be grateful, you know, that we live in a world where you just call a dude to come fix your washing machine and there it is again. So that's awesome. Great way to look at that. Let's see. Ryan is looking forward to trying some new tools for seminar marketing. Love that. Rosie's taking her RSSA exam tomorrow. Awesome. If you guys need some info on that, that's how you become a social security analyst for your clients, and you can make some really good money, you know, just working your own book of business, becoming an official social security analyst. Like that's next level, guys. Like way to go, Rosie. Like go for it. Ryan's exploring more tech to stay in front of my members. Awesome. She said she had to put it off too long. That's okay. You're getting it done. Carmen, excited and open to new possibilities. Like what? We want to hear about it. What are you excited about? Let's go. Romilda, I have planned an adventure for each month. Concert of small trip, I think that is. Example, rage room and going to the range. Yeah, watch out. She's dangerous. I love that. I love that. That's awesome. Rosie, starting Q2 with a new opportunity to help people. Love that. Be specific, guys. Like, you know, there's no secrets here, guys. You think you have a secret? You think that I haven't heard about everything that every agent has ever done? I've been in this business 25 years or 22 years, whatever it is. You ain't got no secrets. Let it out. Show people what you got, what you're working with. They're not going to take it from you. Remember, and one thing I want to start off this call with is it's a default as a human being to operate in a mindset of scarcity. Are you operating in a mindset of scarcity? Are you operating in a mindset of abundance? And I'll tell you the difference. Oh, I don't want to share my secrets because someone else might steal my thing. Or I want to share with the world because guess what? There is enough for everyone. There are millions of people to help. Millions. Do you know how many Medicare lives you need to make 6 figures in this business? For life? Like 300. That's it. 300. And you get 6 figures for the rest of your life as long as you keep them on the books. Like, y'all, I'm kind of jealous. I might quit my gig right now and go start selling. 300. That's it. Like, you guys can do that. Some of you are like 2, 3x that. And like, what's 4x look like for you? You know what I mean? So, Carol, excited about meeting some new agency partners and strategizing for seminars. That's what's up. And by the way, Carol, brand new with us, a new HPM team member, and she is specifically going to be helping with client relations and helping people find HPM and agency partners like some of the folks that we've got too. So be nice to Carol. Mary, looking to get my customers with dental reimbursement under Part B. I know you're working on that project, girl. Man, I know that's plaguing you. But I got Spark working on it for you. So you probably see some emails going back and forth. Exploring new avenues to market and sell more. Angel, what does that look like? Be specific. Rosie, exploring the LOA opportunity to see if it is a good fit for SNR services. There you go. Happy to help you with that. Rosie saying 400 is 120 a year. Love that. You may need like 500. You're gonna have 100 to 200 change every year. Probably not that much. But remember, guys, like if your clients, like if you're there for your clients, they're not gonna leave you. Like some of them are boneheads. Like, okay, fine. But that's why you always have to be marketing, right? So you just got to start marketing, you know? All right. Romilda went up. When I started, it was 500. Yeah, that's right. It was like 500 clients. Now it's like 300. Like, man, so great. 10%. Well, yeah, that's about right. 10%. You might have to replace. That's a little bit more accurate. Cindy says, "Hi, Carol. Welcome aboard. Can't wait to meet you." Absolutely. She's making her round. She's new, so thank you for your patience, guys. Please. Mary says, "Please have Spark keep me informed." We're on it. We're on it. We're on it. Mary, one thing too, if you don't mind, if you as this thing progresses, if you don't mind to CC support at askhpm.com. We'll get you LinkedIn synced with somebody from the team. Rosie, if you put them on the right plan at the beginning of the relationship, there is no need to change. That's true, but people's health conditions change, people's situations change, people move, people do silly things. Like, we're humans, right? So the point there is, yes, do the right thing for the right reason, and they will always come back to you, right? One thing that I'm reminded of in this conversation is it is not your job. It is not your client's job. It is not your client's job to remember you. It is your job to remind them of what you do. It is not your client's job to remember you. It is your job to remind them of what you do. Okay, write that down. Or flip them to other plans. Yep, okay. Albert worked a great educational seminar with James and Maureen Martin. Awesome, great people, absolutely legends in the business. Stick with that team. Awesome. Hi, Carol. Welcome to the team from Angel. There you go. And then Rosie says, yes, unless is major, but not 50% of your book of business, maybe 20% of the situation. That the majority of people will not need to change. Yes. I mean, we live in a volatile market. Man, this got me fired up this morning. I had a whole bunch of stuff to cover, but this is like way more important. I would say one thing to consider, guys, is this business right now, especially in Medicare, ACA also, is very volatile right now. Like, the health plans are suffering, which means the provider groups are suffering, which means they're just going to take it out on us as brokers, right? Like, we're always like, you know, the dad comes home because something happened at work and yelled at the mom, and the mom yells at the kid, and the kid goes out and kicks the dog. We're always the dog, but we know who we are, right? What matters is how do we respond to that? We know we're in a storm right now. We know we're in a storm right now. What are you going to do? You going to give up? You going to go home? Or are you going to shift? Are you going to explore? Are you going to step out a little bit further, right? One of the ways that you can do that is if you're not working with provider groups, you better start doing it now, okay? Because they're hungry, as Les Brown would say. They're hungry, all right? So we're going to have Better Health on in just a second. The other thing I'm going to say is, are you doing ancillary products? Are you hitting your book of business with things like hospital indemnity plans? They need these things. They need them. Dental, like real dental, like that you can tack on. Critical illness plans. In the chat, I want to see, do you know someone that has cancer or had cancer? Do you know someone that had cancer or has cancer? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. The answer is yes. Yeah. How many of your clients have you put on a cancer plan? How many? None. This is inevitable, guys. Like that's an easy sale. Raise your hand if you know somebody that's had cancer or has cancer. Boom, everybody. You don't think somebody needs that plan? Guys, I'm giving you strategies right now. You need to start shifting. Like, what are you going to do in Q2? The next 90 days. There's one thing that you can do to keep you busy and probably will definitely rank up your business. Call every single one of your clients and start talking about cancer plans. One thing. Do that in the next 90 days. See what happens. See what happens. I want to see who's up for that challenge. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Put it in the chat. Who's going to do it? Rosie's got some stats. Nancy says she's already doing it. Fantastic. Rosie says she's already doing it. Mary's going to take that challenge. Angel's going to take that challenge. Who else is doing it? Nick says, who knows someone that would have liked to stay in their house instead of going to a nursing home? Nick's putting that in. By the way, we're going to our advisor training this Friday at the 27th with Innovage. and that's the PACE program. That's a whole nother opportunity that can explode your book of business. If you're in the Orlando market, please check that out. Nick, what time is that on Friday the 27th? If you could put that in the chat too, just as a reminder. Remember, all the training is in the training calendar. You guys know where that's at. If you don't, hit up HQ. If you don't know what that is, support@askhpm.com. We'll get it going. Bud says he's doing it. Giselle, are you in? I see some high-fiving. I'm guessing that you're in on that. It's 10-1 with lunch provided from Nick. Thank you. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. Giselle said yes. Look at that, guys. Rosie says yes. Challenge accepted. Love it, guys. Love it. All right. So with that, remember, guys, one of the things we do here is to bring you guys opportunities. How do we do that? By bringing you key partnerships that are going to help you reach the community. So with that, I am going to invite our friend Elena Atenza in from Better Health, and she's going to reintroduce herself and give us the lowdown on what is happening at Better Health and how they can help you grow your book of business, but most importantly, lock in your clients so they never move again. And the way to do that is by partnering with provider groups. So Elena, you might be on mute there, but welcome. I could see you.
Perfect. I got off mute. This is a little new, this platform. I'm Zoom girly, so.
I know. We got to keep you on your toes. We got to keep you on your toes.
I know. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you for being here. We really appreciate you. And again, yeah, if you can reintroduce yourself and share the good news.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you guys having me here this morning. I was kind of skimming through who was on the call, and I see some familiar names, and I also see some names that I've never seen before. So that's super exciting. But for those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Elena Atenza. I am one of the field marketing managers with Better Health Group / VIP Care. And I cover the entire west coast of Florida, as well as central Florida, more so like the Ocala area and southern Lakeland. So my team in particular has 12, we call them community liaisons. So these are the guys that you're seeing out in the field doing all of those awesome events. They're coming to you and trying to partner and do all of these co-ops out in the community and target some of these different clinics that we have that need to grow. But for those of you who are not familiar with Better Health Group, we're a large value-based provider group all over the entire state of Florida. And we also have clinics in Alabama and Oklahoma as well, for those of you who are credentialed in those areas. Our doctors see the 65 and up population only, so Medicare Advantage is our bread and butter. They see 10 to 12 patients a day, so they get to spend up to almost an hour with their patients every single day, which is great. We treat them like family. We use our clinics as a one-stop shop, so we do a lot of in-house interventions. We try not to refer out. We want to keep it close to home, so we do everything that we can at the offices. We don't, excuse me, I'm losing my train of thought here. As far as specialists are concerned, we kind of honor that the wishes of the patients. So if you have a client that is partial to one sort of specialist, we can go ahead and keep them there. But big things is, they get to spend up to an hour with us every single time they come to visit. So aside from those little tidbits about the clinics, we partner with brokers all of the time. We know you guys are out there hustling just like we are. So we want to make sure that we are taking care of you guys just like you take care of us. So big thing for us is we protect your book of business. So there's a lot of other IPAs that are out here in the market that you'll see, they'll come to you and say, hey, come set up a tabletop at my office and you can advise my patients on if they need an insurance change or if they have any questions. That sounds like a really awesome opportunity, but unfortunately with us, we don't do that. We want to make sure that there's no other broker hanging out in front of our office. That way, business is not flipping right pocket, left pocket. So we protect your book of business in that way. Aside from that, we care really well for our patients. So we're making sure we're staying on top of our HEDIS. We sign CSNP forms. So that is really big for us as well. So we're always going to make sure those CSNP forms are signed. Opportunities for you guys is we get co-op dollars from the payers. So it's a little bit easier sometimes for us to coordinate that. So we have those opportunities with the different healthcare plans that are out there, and we can invite you to some of these different things. We can also be your foot in the door to COIs out in the area, different 55 and up communities, senior living facilities, things of that nature. For whatever reason, sometimes they don't see us as a salesperson per se. They see us as more of a resource to that community, which we know you guys are as well. So let us get the foot in the door, and then we'll bring you along with us. So those are some really big things that we do as well. Other buzzword that's been kind of going on is T65s and Medicare 101s. So those are awesome, great opportunities. I would say my team in particular is doing a lot of those right now. So if you have not partnered with a CL in your region, reach out to me. And if you're on the East Coast, I can get you connected with Jairus. That way you have that opportunity available to you. But the SEALs are out there. I think every broker needs to be connected with one of these guys. They're awesome. If you have a new client that needs a first appointment, call them up. They're going to expedite getting that person seen. That way we lock them in. It's a good look for you guys because we're securing their first appointment almost immediately. And then it secures your book of business. We've had brokers call us while they're sitting in front of clients before. Hey, I have Mr. Smith here. They need a new appointment. Can you help me out? And immediately that CL is going to their office and making sure that patient, or excuse me, your client is getting on the books with the clinics. So that's just kind of the little quick tea on us. But yeah, just awesome opportunities ahead. I hope you guys have all had a great OEP. I'm here to help if you need it.
Awesome. So first thing is Nick's correcting me on your last name. Has that changed recently?
Oh, it has changed. Yes. I even forget it's changed myself. My last name is now Kane.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very good. Just want to make sure if they're trying to track you down, they know, you're not doing that because you're hiding from the FBI or anything like that.
No. As of right now, as far as BHD and VIP care go, my last name is still Atenza, so it has not changed here. There's so many places it has to change, so it's still Atenza. And I'm looking at the comments because if I was looking at this while I'm talking, our train will be derailed.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll help you out here. So I just want to preface with the fact that Better Health, formerly Physician Partners, has always been an advocate for us at Healthline Markets. Many of you, what I call legacy agents that have been here for a while, have seen their growth and have experienced some success because of that growth. For instance, like Ramilda saying in the chat, she loves VIP care. And that is I guess if you want to kind of explain the infrastructure a little bit, because sure. I know there's some confusion, like who's Better Health and what happened to Physician Partners and who's VIP care and what's Salud VIP and da. So maybe kind of touch on that because sometimes there's a little bit of some confusion.
Sure. So BHG is the parent company. So if you can envision an umbrella, BHG is going to sit right at the top. And then we have a couple different lines of business underneath. So you'll see VIP care, Salud VIP, and then we have affiliate partners. So I'll start with the affiliates. These are providers who are credentialed with Better Health Group solely just to get, credentialed with all of the different healthcare products that we have available to our doctors who are in our network. Certain affiliate providers do get marketing support from our team, but they have to fall into a certain criteria in order to, kind of gain that perk. So we hold all of our physicians super accountable in caring for their patients to a certain level. And if they don't fall into that bucket, unfortunately, they're just going to, get the credentialing from us. Then we have our branded clinics, which are VIP Care and Salud VIP, which just update for you guys on Salud, that name will be going away. The clinics are not. So we're consolidating the two brands together. It's now just going to be strictly VIP Care across the board. But previously, Salud they kind of sprinkled these clinics in more of the Hispanic populated areas. So we had a fully bilingual staff. Doesn't necessarily mean a VIP Care won't, but Salud across the board, doctor, MA, and office manager all speak Spanish and English at the minimum. But they will now be VIP Care as well. And then we have our VIP Care offices, which are all over the place. You guys probably see these more so than anything else. And these are wholly owned clinics by Better Health Group, which means these doctors don't own their own office. Better Health Group owns the offices, and then the providers are employed buy VIP care across the board. So they kind of have to adhere to our standards and our value props and all of that good stuff.
That helps. Thank you very much.
Of course.
But yeah, we have some new folks here that that might have caused some confusion. Kelly brings up a great point. He says not all VIP care offices take the same plans. So can you kind of explain
Yes.
the rules of the road, if you will, on that?
Absolutely. So that is very true. And it really just depends. And this is like back end stuff. Like obviously we get money to be able from CMS to be able to take care of our patients, and certain plans give us more money to care for patients than others. And depending upon that, they come up with this formula and then they decide who we're credentialed with and who we're not. So I would say right now we are not taking any Aetna, and there is no light at the end of the tunnel if we're ever going to take them again. I'm sure they will circle back and try to negotiate the contract, but as of right now, it's a no. I would say across the board. So Florida Blue is another one that's spotty, but it depends on the size of the patient panel. So if our patient panel is over 450, they will not take Florida Blue. If they're below, we will take new Florida Blue lives. We'll still tend to the ones we have. We just will not add any new. So there's a couple other plans that are like this, but just to save you guys the painful me going through each one line by line, get with me and I can get you a list, or your CL if you know who that person is. If you ever have a question about the plans that the clinic takes on an individual basis, just reach out to us and we can make sure we get you that information, because it does vary just slightly. And on average, it's our smaller plan. So it'd be like the Simply's, Florida Blue, Devoted, Ultimate. I'd say those four are kind of the hit or miss plans.
Awesome. And Rosie's just asking, is there, where can they make sure that, if you've got a list of your clinics,
Yes.
which ones take what plans? Because when they're out in the field, they want to make sure that they, hey, where am I right now in the world? And then they look around and they're like, okay, I've got a VIP care, but which plans should I lean towards in order to offer my clients to make sure they go to that? So there's a little bit of that. And if you have that info, that would be super helpful.
Yes, I can send that over to you for my clinics in particular. But if you go on our website, and I'll send you, Justin, an email after this with some info, like kind of answering these little questions here. But if you go on the getvipcare.com website, it's super awesome. Honestly, it's a really neat, like they've revamped the whole thing. Like it's interactive now to where you can put in zip codes, addresses. You can look for provider names specifically if you know who that person is, and it will pull up all of the information for you. But normally if you scroll to the very end of the page on your, like the actual provider page, it will show you all of the plans that person's credentialed with.
Perfect.
Rosie, I will get you, I'm sorry, I'll get you with Emma. I see that there that you're wanting to connect with the new Zephyr Hills rep.
Oh yeah. So it looks like, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for that. And Elena, if you don't mind putting your contact info.
Sure.
I know Jose's looking to get a list of folks at different locations. He does a lot of events for our agents. And so we can also post that. Mike's also reminding us that your website has been really good as far as keeping up with like what insurances are taken at which location. So again, like to reinforce what you're saying, the website's probably the best thing. So I posted it there in the chat for you guys. Save that. I think that's fantastic. And then she's got her email address there. You guys can email her directly.
I'll put my number.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. And yeah, so like it doesn't matter where you are. If you're like, if you're in Tampa, if you're in Jacksonville, if you're in, even another state, like what she said, Oklahoma, or if you have a client that moved to Oklahoma, you can reach out and say, hey, where's your closest clinic and who's the doctor there and that kind of thing. And, they'll get you connected. And it's great that you guys are VIP care, because this is, if you guys are trying to deliver VIP care to your clients, right? What would it look like if after you close that app, you connected them right away to the doctor's office and get them on the books right away? Like agents that do that are, in my opinion, probably 5 times more successful with their retention, the relationships with the provider group, and also your opportunity to drive more business through referrals. Because you're not like a run and gun agent, like, okay, see you later. Hope your plan works out. It's like, hey, we did your plan. Let's do the CSNP verification. Let's get you into the doctor's office. Let's set the appointment. Let me connect you to the person that you're going to be working through. Like that's whole nother level, guys. That's Ritz-Carlton versus McDonald's. Like, are you a McDonald's agent? Or are you a Ritz-Carlton agent? So think about that. And this is an opportunity to kind of showcase that. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you for putting your phone number in there as well. Ramilda says they are amazing about scheduling. It's usually within the first 3 weeks the plan is effective. So that's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's it
Kelly's,
across the board, yeah.
Yeah, and then Kelly's asking, is a member number required to book a new appointment?
No, it's not. So as long as we have at least a first and last name, contact information, there's like 5 different things. So first and last name, contact info, date of birth, the plan they're on, and their effective date. We can get that person in our scheduling database and at least create their chart and get them on the books. And then we will fill all of that other information in when they come in to fill out their new patient paperwork. So don't wait on that. If that's your hesitation to send us the information, we will take care of it. No problem.
Love it. And I know you're super busy, but one last question for you.
Sure.
We're closing down OEP. We're getting ready to go into rest of year. What would you recommend these guys start focusing on now to get them from April 1st until October 1? What should they be doing to grow their book of business? Or, what do you see as far as best practices?
I would say partner with your CL because they are still required to be out there working events and, beating the pavement. They're not going to stop. They go January through December. So if you don't know who the CL is in your region that you do most of your business, get with that individual. They can open the door for you on different community-based events and as well as these T65. So I'll give you guys kind of the game plan for my team during these summer months leading into AEP. So we're going to just ramp it up at our COI events and do a lot of educational stuff. So it's going to be your T65s, your Medicare 101s. We have access to like tech classes, hurricane preparedness, anything educational. So the CLs are going to be out there kind of focusing on this stuff. And we find that this is where we get the most bang for our buck as far as ROI on, getting new patients out of these types of events. And then we will also do some offsite events from the COIs that are going to be our Medicare 101s and T65s, and we host these at different restaurants. So I'd say those 2 types of buckets, so our COIs and then the offsite, that's where they're going to be spending the majority of their time. But as far as you guys are concerned, make your rounds to the VIP care offices in your area and get with your CL. If you feel comfortable going in, they will never turn you away. I know sometimes, in the past, it's been kind of like walking on eggshells going into a new doctor's office because they may or may not want to speak to you. But VIP care is not like that. We are excited to see you guys. We want to see you guys. So pop in if you have a 10, 15 minutes, say hello. If the doctor's not in with a patient, they will come out and shake your hand and say hi. So get familiar with the clinic because that is honestly going to be your best referral source. The CLs can get you leads and get you in front of a lot of different people, but I'd say your super hot leads are going to be coming directly from the office because that person definitely is going to have some sort of, discrepancy with their plan or need an update. And your likelihood of being able to write them onto a different plan to get them on your book is much higher. So I'd say that's kind of my advice to you guys, and I'm more than happy to connect you with our team. And if you have my contact information, but you're on the East Coast, I can still get you in contact with the right person. So we all work super closely together. So whoever you see that's affiliated with BHG VIP Care, you can call them up and know that they're going to direct you in the right place. So.
Awesome. Okay, guys, I want to see some commitments here in the chat. Who is committing to meeting up with a Better Health VIP clinic? Let me see it in the chat. Who's committing? If you're already working with one and you want to expand, go ahead and put that in the chat too. Okay, Rosie's in, Nancy's in,
Awesome.
Agnes is in, Mary is in. She's asking about Volusia County. You guys got folks up there, right?
We sure do.
Ramilda's in. Who else? Let's go, guys. Who else is going to commit this week? You got to connect this week. Albert's in. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who else? Come on, guys. If you're sitting on the fence, you ain't going to make money.
Bud, we see you a lot already.
Oh, yeah. Jeanette's in. Giselle's in. George is in. Let's go, guys. Let's go. All right, Mary, awesome. Email Elena, and she'll connect you with someone in Volusia, right?
I sure can.
Awesome. All right. Elena, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
we really
guys.
appreciate it. And if
I
you need
appreciate
any,
it.
you know where to reach us.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
All right, guys, that's it for this week. Remember, we're going to connect again next week, same time, same channel, 9 a.m. If you can't make this call, remember these are being recorded on YouTube for your convenience. Please make sure that you go out and find that channel, subscribe to it, put on a notification just in case you have a client meeting at 9 a.m. I love this call, guys. Thank you very much for participating today and taking the next step in your career. I can't do it for you. I can show you the way, but you got to walk it. Other than that, take care. Love you guys. Be safe. See you next week.